Now I know some of you don't like the Matrix sequels. Maybe a few of you haven't even seen the Matrix Reloaded Revolutions. But the Matrix trilogy and its effects on modern film have never truly gone away. I know Across the Spiderverse isn't just the Matrix, but it's undeniable that the story borrows heavily from the Matrix trilogy. The architect scene in Rejecting Prophecies, the Prowler Miles cliffhanger, and there's also that one scene where Neo is attacked by a bunch of Smith clones. I know Miles wasn't attacked by a bunch of Spot clones, but come on. It's a pretty similar idea. At the climax of the Matrix Reloaded, we find out that Neo is the Prime Program. He's told by the architect in a long, exposition-heavy sequence that this is the 6th version of the Matrix, and the entire program has been stuck in an endless loop that's beginning to decay. In order to stop this slow descent into nothingness, Neo has to go to the source in order to upload the One's code and allow the Matrix to reload, bringing balance back to the program. Once the anomaly plugs into the source, he can reload the Matrix. Wait a second, the anomaly? That sounds familiar. Isn't Miles called the anomaly by Miguel in Across the Spiderverse in a room that's eerily similar to the architect's? The Matrix Reloaded opens with the prophetic dream, where Trinity goes on a mission and is expected to die. This is where the parallels between Across the Spiderverse and the Matrix Reloaded become much more apparent. In both films, its main character's motivations are identical. Neo, much like Miles, is presented with a choice: preventing the extinction of the human race or saving Trinity. Knowing this, Neo defies space and time in order to save her, despite being told it's a foregone conclusion, or a canon event in Spider-Verse terms. Much of the third film, The Matrix Revolutions, centers around the consequences of this choice to save Trinity. With Zion heading towards extinction, it's Agent Smith, a rogue virus, who is eventually revealed to be the true anomaly. Well, he's kind of the anomaly born from an anomaly, but it's a long story. When Neo is assimilated at the end of The Matrix Revolutions, Smith unwittingly uploads his code directly into the source and reloads the Matrix. Now, while we don't exactly see Miles save his dad in Across the Spider-Verse, he's already made his choice, and much of the third film may see him deal with the consequences of that choice. Which means that in the third film, we may also find out that Spot, and not Miles, is a true anomaly, and the solution to those consequences.
My holes aren't a curse, they're the answer!
Spot and Miles are implied to be two halves of the same whole. That's with a W and not a pun. The film goes out of its way to establish that they're linked. They created each other. And Miles even ends up in Spot's universe, since his DNA is linked to Earth-42. They'll have to somehow find a way to fix the multiverse together, once a canon event, most likely saving Miles' dad, is prevented. Also, remember that the Spider Society is still trying to fix the slow decay of Pavitra's world after a canon event was prevented there, an issue that's still left unresolved. All of this is to say that while I thought Into the Spider-Verse was a near-perfect, tightly written story, much like the first Matrix, Across the Spider-Verse is more in line with The Matrix Reloaded, a fun, visually compelling, but ultimately sloppier installment in terms of writing and focus. Consider this a kind of mini-review/analysis of it. I had a great time with Across the Spider-Verse, but I really couldn't get the parallels out of my head once a twist kicked in. I hope that Beyond the Spider-Verse finds a way to conclude the trilogy in a way that's less divisive than The Matrix Revolutions was, although in hindsight, it got better with age, and as you can clearly see, became even more culturally impactful as time went on. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.